I'm Kevin Morrison. I'm the County Board Commissioner representing the 15th District, covering the Northwest suburbs. Happy Pride, everybody! I want to welcome everyone to today's celebration during Pride Month. I'm thrilled to be joined by many of my colleagues and good friends. We've got Maggie Trevor, the first openly lesbian elected to the Cook County Board of Commissioners. I'm also thrilled to welcome MWRD Commissioner Precious Brady Davis, the first black trans elected official in the state of Illinois. As the first openly LGBTQ person to ever be elected to the Cook County Board, I am so grateful to have these LGBTQ plus members standing side by side with me representing our community. We also today have the first LGBT member of the Board of Review, Samantha Steele. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't thank our incredible President Tony Preckwinkle. President Preckwinkle has always been a steadfast ally to our community, and I am so thankful to have you standing here with us today. Additionally, I would like to recognize some of the other elected officials taking time out of their busy schedules to be here. We have my colleague, Scott Britton, and as well as our newest commissioner, Commissioner Jessica Vasquez. And I think I have everyone at this moment. I know Alderman Bennett Lawson might be coming down. Pride started not only as a celebration, but as a protest against those who would deny us the right to be our authentic selves and to love who we love. While so many states try to do everything in their power to put us back in the closet, here in Cook County, we do the work to protect trans lives, bodily autonomy, and our way of life. Despite this administration's continued attacks against gender-affirming care, drag shows, LGBTQ plus literature, come on, who's going to attack the books? Trans youth and HIV healthcare, we continue to stand strong in the face of these attacks. It is important that we remember that spirit of protest at the heart of Pride and that the fight for equity continues. In Cook County, we are proud that our LGBT plus representation and our friends and allies stand beside us. And in the city of Chicago, the council has never been more representative of the city's LGBTQ plus voices, with 9 LGBTQ plus members. You know, I may have been the first openly LGBT elected Cook County Commissioner, but in my re-election year, I helped elect Maggie Trevor and Anthony Quezada. I don't know why he ditched us for the city side. We were up to 3, now we're at 2. But I want to say that as a community, we stand defiantly in celebration of our LGBTQ plus identity. Here in Cook County, we are determined to stand as a beacon of hope and as a welcoming place for all who are looking for a more accepting community. Here in Cook County, we believe you should be able to live authentically as your true self, no matter who you love or how you identify. Together, I know we'll continue the hard work, but make progress for our community and advance LGBTQ equality and equity here in Cook County. I want to thank you all. I want to wish all a happy Pride, and with that, I'd like to invite up to the stage President Tony Preckwinkle.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I want to thank you for that kind introduction, Commissioner Morrison. I also want to welcome all the elected officials, community leaders, and performers here today. We're glad to have you. Cook County and the city of Chicago have a proud tradition of activism. LGBTQ plus history is a vital part of that story. From the Gerber Hart Library and Archives to Windy City Times to the Legacy Project, local advocates have long fought for visibility, protection, and equality. Milestones like the founding of the Howard Brown Health Clinic in 1981 and the creation of the Chicago Gay and Lesbian Hall of Fame in 1991 reflect our shared commitment to progress. Our role in advancing marriage equality helped lead to the legalization of same-sex marriage in Illinois in 2013. That advocacy started here. And I'm proud to say that there's a direct line from that early work to what we're doing today. This has always been a place of refuge for LGBTQ+ communities, but it took decades of organizing and many passionate leaders to get us here. We've made real progress. Together with advocates, we've changed how our institutions show up for people. We've updated marriage certificates to reflect how people identify. We've strengthened our human rights ordinance to protect every Cook County resident. Everyone deserves to feel safe, included, and free from discrimination. Everyone. This is true no matter their gender, their identity, their documentation status, or who they love. We're proud of how far we've come, but there's more to do. As we celebrate Pride Month, know that Cook County is committed to the work ahead. My administration will always support a Cook County where LGBTQ+ residents are welcomed, safe, and celebrated. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, President Preckwinkle, for taking the time for joining us here today and all of your support and allyship. And with that, I want to invite up to the stage one of my biggest heroes, MWRD Commissioner Precious Brady Davis.
Thank you, Commissioner Morrison, for organizing today's press conference. Good afternoon. Pride began with resistance. In June of 1969 at the Stonewall Inn in New York, it was brave black and brown trans women, drag queens, and queer youth who pushed back against systemic injustice. Stonewall was not just the beginning, but it was the spark. And that flame still lights in all of us today. That same spirit of resistance and resilience, it lives here in Chicago. Our county has long been a battleground and a beacon for LGBTQ+ rights. From early activists to today's elected leaders, we have carried the torch forward, sometimes through celebration, sometimes through struggle. And in that stead, I am proud to stand here to be the first black trans elected official in Cook County. I'd like to thank President Tony Preckwinkle and the Cook County Commissioners for today's celebration. Thank you all for your unwavering dedication to justice, inclusion, and public service. Your commitment to lifting all of Cook County's residents has helped create space for leaders like myself to not only be seen, but for LGBTQ youth across Cook County to know we live in a county where identity is beautiful, our stories are powerful, and our lives matter. Let's continue to rise together. Happy Pride.
And next, I would like to welcome up to the stage the first openly lesbian member of the Cook County Board of Commissioners and my seatmate and my good friend and my neighbor, Commissioner Maggie Trevor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm 9th District Cook County Commissioner Maggie Trevor, and I represent parts of the northwest, near west suburbs and the northwest side of Chicago. And I, as Commissioner Morrison just mentioned, I am the first out lesbian to have the privilege to serve on the Cook County Board of Commissioners. I would like to also thank my colleague, Commissioner Morrison, and his staff for taking the lead on organizing today's events in celebration of Pride, and I'm very proud to be a co-sponsor of today's resolution proclaiming Pride Month in Cook County. As I look around at all these great LGBTQ and ally public servants standing in front of you today, I know we've got a lot to be proud of in Cook County. We're all very lucky to live in a place where we've got people who are willing to fight, where we've got voters who are willing to support us, and who will fight for LGBTQ rights. We know that the attention we put on LGBTQ rights through this resolution is a necessity now more than ever. Our rights are threatened under the current administration. The rights of trans people are under direct assault, And these attacks are based on fear-mongering, often under the guise of protecting women. Title IX is being used as a tool to attack the rights of trans people under the guise of protecting opportunity for girls to participate in school sports. The real threat to girls' sports is the dismantling of the Department of Education and the Office of Civil Rights and the defunding of education. The purpose of those attacks we see on trans kids is the dehumanization of people who do not conform to gender norms, which give license for attacks on the rights of LGBTQ people and on women. The effect of that type of dehumanization was on full display in the Northwest suburbs recently. A young woman was brutally attacked at a fast food restaurant for attempting to use the woman's bathroom. Two people, an adult and a juvenile, beat and kicked her, causing her to lose consciousness and fracturing her nose. What gives people license to commit this kind of hate crime is the dehumanization of people who do not conform to a narrow view of gender norms. This dehumanization is geared not just at the erosion of trans rights or LGBTQ rights, it is part of a strategy to send society back to another place in time. This should alarm every one of us, regardless of our gender, regardless of who we love, regardless of how we present ourselves to the world. The assault we see on trans people is an affront to all of us. It threatens women's rights. It threatens civil rights for all. So I am here this afternoon because I am proud of my LGBTQ community. I am proud of the hard-fought battles for our rights, for representation in the elected bodies represented here today. I am proud of the people I know. I am proud of the ability to be part of a community with joy and openness rather than shame and dehumanization. We speak in a united voice today that we will not go back. Happy Pride.
Thank you all so much. I want to say one last thing before we get to some fun, okay? So for one, at Cook County, we got 2 LGBT electeds. City Hall has 9, and then MWRD has 2. So Deborah Shore, historically, was the first queer person elected to MWRD. Now we have Precious Brady Davis and Marcelino Garcia. We've got a list of all of our queer electeds that represent Cook County, be it on City Council, the Cook County Board, and MWRD. There was a typo, we forgot Marcelino, but he is not to be left out. He's a great individual. I did want to say, we have so much to be proud of right at this moment. I know it is terrifying when we are seeing constant attacks on our community from leaders at all different aspects of government across this nation. I know sometimes it may feel daunting, but we also have to look at the bright spots, right? Like, I grew up in the Northwest suburbs. If you were going to tell me back when I was going through K through 12 that I could ever be a viable elected official in the Northwest suburbs, I would have told you you were crazy. But now, almost every single one of my villages in the Northwest suburbs had Pride events. I was just last Saturday at ones in Elgin, Schaumburg, and Des Plaines. We have events in Elk Grove. We have events all across the suburbs. And this is showing that we are building support amongst our allies all throughout Cook County. And that is something we need to focus on as we're celebrating Pride Month. And with that, let's have some fun. We've got Chicago's Gay Men's Chorus, and I would like to welcome them up here to come perform for us. And also, and as they're getting set up, I want to thank Alicia for being our ASL interpreter for today. song. Huge kudos and huge thanks to all of us from Cook County and Chicago, to the Chicago Gay Men's Chorus. You rock! Again, I'm Kevin Morrison, County Commissioner of the 15th. I got Maggie Trevor, Commissioner of the 9th District. Thank you all for being here. Happy Pride Month. And huge shout out to Anisha for being one of the best ASL interpreters I have ever seen. Thank you, everyone. Happy Pride!